Hello everyone, Onlydraven here again, and thank you so much for tuning into this week's episode. This week, I know I say this a lot, I mean it, it's going to be a relatively short one. I don't have a whole lot to go over, and I've got a bunch of stuff planned. Today is my wife's birthday, so we've got some stuff going on there, so kind of got to get this done and out for everybody. But I just still want to put the video out, make sure I did my check-in. This week we're going to just do a quick weekly check-in, talk about just some new stuff that I tried, including this morning, and just kind of breeze through and catch up. So we'll jump right into what we're going to do a weekly checkup, and that's the only segment we're really going to mess with this week. But we're going to do that and just talk about how things went overall. So that being said, let's get to the weekly check-in. So the weekly check-in this week is going to be pretty standard. We'll start with just kind of going over our numbers and then talk about some foodstuffs and things, how the week went. So to get started right off the bat, we're going to talk about our numbers. This week I lost 1 more pound, which has been about the average. Last week was an exceptionally good week. I lost 4 the week before, but I was 1 pound every week before that. So I seem to have these little surge weeks, but I'm staying standard at 1 pound most weeks. So that 1 pound puts me down a total of 219 pounds. I currently weigh 212. So I'm 12 pounds away from weighing 200, and I am 22 pounds away from the end goal, final weight. At least at this point, that's the current end goal. I am right now just a few days shy of 2 months from the 1-year anniversary of having the surgery. So March 29th, 2017 is when I had the surgery, and so today, as of filming, it's late January. So we are getting pretty close to the 1-year anniversary mark of that. I would love to be at goal weight by then. 22 pounds in 2 months, when you're looking at 11 pounds a month, I've not been averaging that. I've been averaging closer to 7 to 8 pounds a month at most. So not sure if I will be seeing goal weight by that visit to my doctor's office, but I am very confident that I'll hit 200 by then. 12 pounds in 2 months is pretty sauce, pretty easy at this point compared to just how things have been going. So just doing my best to maintain, sticking with everything. A few minor changes with stuff. I'm still eating about the same amount of food per meal, but over the past couple weeks I have felt myself feeling a bit hungry. Occasionally between meals, more often near the end of the evening after it's been several hours since dinner. For the longest time, I didn't really have much hunger at all. Now, by the time I get home from work, I eat pretty steady meal times. I come home from work, I eat dinner immediately. So my body seems to have adjusted to those times. So if I have to run errands after work or something, I start to feel hungry if I'm not eating dinner when I normally do. And then later in the evening, especially if I'm on the computer, I'm streaming on Twitch or just watching movies or something, I'll feel myself start to feel a little bit hungry. So I have started having a small snack in the evening. Usually a few pork rinds, a low-fat string cheese stick, a little bit of beef jerky, which I've had before on occasion, but I do it most days at this point. Just because if I don't, by the time I go to bed, I feel my stomach really starting to grumble and be a little irritated with me. So I have been adding a little bit more to it, which of course may be contributing to the slower weight loss that I've been having. As for the type of foods I'm eating, still eating pretty much the same thing. As I've mentioned, I'm living on the soft shell tortillas that I found, the low carb ones. Unfortunately, getting groceries today, they were out of that brand. So I had to get a different low carb one, which isn't quite as low carb. So I'm going to have to be a little bit more stingy on how often I eat those. It means I'm going to have to supplement some other things, but I don't think that's going to be too hard. I also swung by my doctor's office and picked up some more multivitamins, and I picked up another box of the Bare Life food that I eat. I like the nacho cheese pasta they have. 7 packs for $14. That's 7 meals. I pour it in a microwavable bowl, 5 ounces to 6 ounces of water, 1.5 minutes, stir it, 1.5 minutes. It's done. I put a little bit of light shredded cheese in there to thicken it up a little bit, and it's incredibly filling. It tastes phenomenal. And so that's 7 meals for $14. It's hard to beat that for just, quantity and quality. It's good food for a good price. So I do eat those quite regularly. So I picked up another one of those. Got my protein shakes, all that kind of stuff. I did discover a delicious treat this week. I'd never had a pork rind before I had the surgery. I mean, I'd heard of them, but I'd never really tried one. Just never in a situation to. Nobody ever had one, said, here, try one of these. I didn't go buy them myself because I had no interest. But pork rinds are all right. They're okay. I mean, they're not phenomenal. They're okay. I've tried spicy ones, but I don't like spicy food, so I don't eat those anymore. Barbecue are okay, and then there's the plain. Those are really the primary flavors you find at most grocery stores. What they have at my grocery store, I primarily shop at Kroger's. But this week I swung by a Food City because I needed to pick up a couple things, and it was on the way home. And my wife likes these Lipton cup of soups that they only sell there. They don't have them at Kroger, so I thought I'd pick her up a few of those. While I was there, I thought I'd look around. And they had salt and vinegar pork rinds. I love salt and vinegar as a flavor. Next to all dressed or ketchup chips, salt and vinegar was always my favorite. So I picked up a couple of those, a couple of bags, because they're not real big, but they're buy one, get one free, like all the time. And they're delicious. And again, they're no worse health-wise than regular pork rinds. Next, no fat, very low in carb, a little bit of protein, but I mean, it's great to pop a couple of those in, really good flavor. So I really enjoyed those. That's something new that I got to add in, which I liked a lot. Also, I found another brand of jerky that sells an extra tender. I prefer tender jerky. I don't like the tough stuff. So I usually get a teriyaki flavor. That's my favorite. So it was nice kind of having some of that as well. But overall, the rest of my food has been pretty standard. Today, because it's my wife's birthday, I took her out to lunch. We went to a Red Robin. She got a burger, because on your birthday month, if you don't know this, you get a free burger at Red Robin if you're signed up to the rewards program. You should totally do that. But I went there, and I didn't want to eat a burger. Like, I probably could have got a burger without any bun or 3/4 of the flavor that they put on it. But I couldn't eat the French fries, so I didn't want that. So I thought I'd try something different. And they had a meal, and I apologize, I don't remember the name right now. I will put it right here. This is it. And it's basically a baked piece of chicken with a little bit of sauce on it. Comes with a light salad on the side. And it was really good. You could choose whether you get the regular one, which comes with 2 chicken breasts, or you can go light and just get the one. I just got the one. I didn't need that much. Ate all my protein. The salad was light and refreshing. I didn't finish it because they gave me quite a bit of salad, to be honest. It was just tomato, lettuce, cucumber, not a lot else going on in there. It's a very light salad. But I enjoyed it. It was a very good meal. It was nice to be able to go out, take my wife out to a place that she enjoys, especially for her birthday, and still have something that I enjoyed the meal. So that was really good. If you ever want to go to Red Robin, I definitely recommend it. I've mentioned this before, but before I go to any restaurant, I just jump on Google and I put in the name of it and put nutrition. And most of the time, you're going to get a spreadsheet. Shows every standard menu item broken down with all the nutritional facts. And I always look through that before I go anywhere, just to make sure that there's something there I'm going to be able to eat. So I found this ahead of time, and it met within my numbers. I don't have to be stingy the rest of a couple meals of the day to fit it all in, but carbs and proteins were phenomenal. Fats were just a little high, so I got to go a little light on fat today. But overall, really good meal. I had a glass of water before it, and of course I don't drink during meals, so I didn't drink anything there. It had a bit of spice to it, which caught me off guard, because now that I can't drink during meals, because that's part of the rules, can't have drinks while eating. I have to wait like 20 to 30 minutes after before I drink anything. When you do get something spicy, you just got to deal with it, you know? So it's hard when you go to a restaurant and you see all this delicious food that you used to be able to eat, and you used to enjoy a lot. Most of the time I don't think about it. You know, it's not that big of a problem. I don't worry about it too badly, because away from restaurants, it doesn't even cross my mind, really. I just don't really fiend for those kind of things like I used to. But when you're in the restaurant, people at your table and the tables around you are eating that stuff, it can be a little bit harder. So it's always great when you have something that tastes good in front of you as well. It makes it way easier. So while I'm sitting there eating my delicious chicken meal, it didn't bother me. My wife had a huge cheeseburger across the table from me because I was enjoying my meal. So definitely recommend looking ahead of time before you go to a restaurant. Because if you just show up and figure, oh, I'll find something, You're not always going to find something. Or you're going to find something, the only thing you can eat is something you really don't like or you really don't want. And so then you're stuck. Do you eat something you don't like, you don't want? Well, everybody else around you eats something delicious. It's going to be hard for you. It's not going to make you happy. Definitely adds to depression, which, as bigger people, more likely we're going to eat something nasty later. Or do you step outside of your rules and have what there is there that you do like, which is possibly the first step to derailing yourself. So both of those are not optimal ways to go. Cannot say it again too many times. Look before you go. Every restaurant has their menu online. Nearly everybody, or there's nutritional sites out there, will list exactly what their menu items are. Plan your meal out ahead of time. Most of us plan our meals throughout the week anyways. It's just important to do that if you're going to go out. There's nothing wrong with going out. There's nothing wrong with doing something different and maybe even splurging a little bit. But you got to be responsible with it to make sure you continue succeeding on this path of weight loss, getting healthy, and bariatric surgery. So that's my soapbox for this week. As I mentioned, it's going to be a short one. I don't have a whole lot to go into this week. Hopefully a little bit more next week. Got something hopefully cool coming. But thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to click like on it so I know you enjoyed the content. More importantly, be sure to subscribe to your channel, or this channel, your channel too. Subscribe to my channel. Subscribers and likes definitely help me see which content people prefer, as well as helps open up more creator content and access to things on YouTube for me. So I definitely appreciate everybody who's been liking and commenting and subscribing. It definitely makes me feel good to see that kind of interaction with everybody. So thank you again. Also be sure to check out my website, www.onlydraven.com. And other than that, we'll see you next week. Thanks for tuning in.